And we're going to have a good time today opening up the brand new Teela. So, I know I've been a huge complainer about this figure. As you guys know, I've complained about all kinds of things about this in the cartoon, mostly the hair. So people were like, well, why did you get this figure? So let's go and talk about it. First of all, it's got some great customizability. So that's one reason why I got it. And we're going to try some different quick customs just today while we're here. One of them was by request, which is actually to put Fisto's head on her. So we'll try that too for some crazy reason. So we'll see how that works out. All right. So looks like no one's joined us. Let me go ahead and post this video onto... Oh, hey Christian, thanks for being here. Let's see, let me share this really quick. Copy link and stick it on Facebook. Hey Richard, thanks for joining us. Looks like people are joining us now. Excellent. Okay, give me one more second. Let's stick us on Facebook. While you're waiting, you can check out my cool figure. Of course, most of you have seen him already. I've made 3 videos already, but I really like how this guy came out. I'm pretty happy with him. He is so awesome. Anyway, just about ready to finish posting this. Post. Paste. And return. Next. Publish. Publish to Facebook. All right, there we go. At least now it's on the Hebrew Facebook page so people can start joining us, those who might have missed it. All right, let me go back to my comments in here so I can follow the live chat. All right, Richard says, curious holding out for the Masterverse Classic Teela. Yeah, that one looks really cool. I'm definitely getting that one. Obviously, her armor is different. Hey, Ferdinando's, thanks for joining us. Roberto. Have I seen the trailer for Resolution Part? I have not seen the trailer. I am avoiding the trailer. Last time I felt duped by the trailer, so this time I'm just going to watch the show and be good with that. So not going to actually watch the trailer and spoil it for myself. I will just watch it all at once. Now, I did put Man at Arms back together. As a quick update, I put the poster putty on his bicep. It worked way better than putting it on his shoulder because now it moves with the strap on his bicep, which makes much more sense. So if you're going to use the gray putty, put it on his bicep. I just used a screwdriver to shove it on there, and it worked pretty good. So, and it's about the same color as this right here is, so it actually worked pretty good to do it that way. So just as a quick heads up, we got people coming on here now, so gave up Origins to get into this line. Well, the good news is if you decide you like Origins better, it's still pretty easy to get into Origins. I mean, yes, you can't get the figures that came out in the cons and places like that, but as far as getting the regular figures, it's still very easy to find He-Man and Skeletor and a bunch of other ones. The ones that cost a fortune are actually the ones that are not the common ones, so it's kind of funny. But those will be out eventually soon in more stores, so it's just the ones that are the newest releases that are the hardest to find and are going for a lot on eBay. The older releases, except for Trapjaw, he's still expensive for some reason. But there are more than one version of Trapjaw, so there you go. All right, here's the back of the box. It says, Teela, Captain of the Royal Guard, warrior, hero. Teela has been many things in her life, but there is now only one word that can describe her best. Survivor. Outraged by the secrets and lies from those closest to her, Teela has thrown down her sword and her title and uses her battle-hardened skills to what is it? Savage the magical artifacts for the highest bidder. And let's see, but only one can evade their destiny for so long. So there it is. So let's go ahead. I guess it's scavenge. See, there you go. Where are my scissors? There they are. And this time I got some hot water ready so we can do some head swaps and other things, and hopefully won't break any joints on this figure. I did send a tweet to Mattel to see if they will do something about my figure that I broke yesterday. As you guys saw, here's the arm of Mosquitor. So not too happy about that, but I should have had some hot water ready. All right, so there she is. She comes with some cool accessories. Rick, I can't get up in the Origins. This is my childhood. Yep, the Origins are really cool. As you guys know, I'm just going to collect my favorite ones. So far, I've gotten all of them, but I don't plan on keeping all of them. And they'll probably end up, some of them going to my grandkids and everything else. Right now, my grandson's a little bit too young still. I let him play with Castle Grayskull, and he actually broke it. And so it's like, you know, he's just a little bit too rambunctious, too young. He's only like 2.5. There's he 3 now. Wow, time goes by so fast. But he's just still a little bit too rough on stuff. So I'm going to wait a little longer so I can be more careful with stuff. All right, so there are all her accessories. There she is here. Is there any things holding her in? There is. So let's go ahead and start pulling on her, and we'll just cut them from this side. Ooh. I'll get that arm later. Let's get this leg out of here. And this leg out of there. Now it's kind of funny. She looks almost pirate-like with these boots like this and this armor and stuff. She kind of reminds me of Jack Sparrow or something. All right. Okay, so here she is. Here she is. Miss America. Ugh. And let's go ahead and break down her joints. So first we have a boot articulation. And then they have a boot cut, double jointed knees. Now one thing off the bat, this one's kind of stuck, it feels like. Yep, that joint is stuck. I'm not going to force it. And this joint's the same way. And then she has a joint up here. A joint on this side too. Leg cut. Now it's weird. She has this strap right here on her leg, and I imagine that's supposed to hold this part down, is what I'm guessing. But because of the articulation, they made it so it still moves. In fact, there's actually a slice right here in that piece, so I'm sure the idea is supposed to be holding this thing down from flapping around. And she has the double belt crossed. She has a circle on her back where she can put her little tube. It turns into her weapons. It's like some kind of strange carrier. And then she has articulation on her waist and her upper torso. Shoulder articulation, arm cut, double jointed elbows. And again, that second joint is stuck just like on the legs. And then her wrists. And this side too, the same thing. And again, I'm afraid to force those. And then her hair. From this side, her hair looks pretty good. But then you start to turn her head and it's like, oh. And there it is, just basically painted on. And then across the back as well. So not a huge fan of the hair, but we will see what we can do about that. Now I know there are some people that do like that haircut, and that's fine if you do. You know, but for me and the way I like my Teela, it's not for me. But, you know, to each their own. All right, so let's go ahead and get her in some hot water and see if we can't fix these knee joints, because that is just crazy. And again, I don't want to break another figure. And I have some Teela heads we're going to try on her. So we're going to try to give her one of these heads. I got a bunch of these because I kept making cool customs. So I have like 3 of these heads that are unused. Just for fun, I'm going to try the Origins head too. But by request, somebody asked the Fisto head. So we're going to use the Fisto head on her as well, even though it's kind of ridiculous. We're just going to see how it looks and what goes on with that. So let's see if we can get this leg joint to work. That is really stuck. Now to get the leg joint to work, you want to rock it back and forth to break any paint in there. And then after you rock it, then you move. There we go. Hooray. So again, rock it back and forth. I'm going to get an extra light so you guys can see this better. All right, is that better? So when you rock it back and forth, trying to separate anywhere it might be paint inside there holding it, and there we go. That joint is free. So we got the leg joints both free. So now she can do some cool high jump kicks. And now let's get her elbows free. Oh, that shoulder's tight too. I don't want it to break off like it did with my other figure. See, now I'm gun shy of these figures breaking because of what happened yesterday. When it breaks, it feels almost like that that candy corn you get at Halloween time. The way the plastic kind of shears when you go to move it. It feels the same way as when you break off the candy corn. Now, being her arms are smaller, it should heat up pretty quick. Let's put the lid back on so we can... Let's see if we can get this to work. Again, do the rock. This one rocked pretty easy. There we go. Rock on this side too. Rock on. Hey, all right. Let's see if we can get her wrist to move. This side was kind of stuck a little bit. Hooray. Yep, everything's moving good now. All right. So she is set. Now her legs are all moving well. So you can get her some really cool action poses. Huh. There we go. Ah. She looks fierce. So you can have some fun doing some cool poses and stuff. All right. It is head swapping time. Head swapping time. Ooh. Shorty looks better. I'm going to get someone who's going to give me some bad feedback that has a haircut like this. I love that haircut. Now, what's funny is Supergirl, her sister, has a haircut similar to it. And to me, hers does not look that bad. I don't know why the Teela haircut just really bothers me. There you go, man. There is what you asked for in the comments yesterday. I am Fisto. Wait. We're not done yet. Where is Spare Parts Man? Spare Parts Man. And let's go ahead and take off his extra fist here and stick it on there. There you go. All right, my custom's done. Richard, Shorty looks better. Yeah, you're probably right. You probably will get a blonde Teela in Wave 9. It's like a good guess. All right, let's see how this head fits. Now, this ball joint is much larger than this ball joint on here. It's going to take a lot of force to get it on there. I'm going to go ahead and just plop this in the hot water now. Let it soak for a while. But while we're waiting, let's go ahead and... well, this head's probably a lot smaller too. Yeah, it is. But you can kind of see how this Teela head would look on there. It looked kind of small on her head. As you can see the head difference. It's not a huge difference, but since she doesn't have hair on her head, you subtract the hair from here and her head is quite a bit smaller. But the actual head size itself is about the same, but the way it looks is quite a bit different. Yeah, it's too hard to get on there too. Just drop that in there as well. It's just crazy. And it's funny is Evil Lynn used to have short hair in the original cartoon, and they gave her the long flowing hair. Now it's funny, I have a friend at work that has the same thing, the beautiful long white flowing hair like this. And it's funny, I haven't told her yet, you look like Evil Lynn, because she would probably not understand the reference and be like, oh. So I haven't told her yet. But the new Evil Lynn, that looks so cool. Anyway, I'll stop. You know what? I have to try this. I have to pop her head off and stick it on Teela. Ugh, her head's stuck. All right, into the dunk tank for you, Evelyn. Don't worry, if you're a witch, you'll float. Oh, what's the other way around? Witches sink. I don't remember. And there she goes. Into the dunk tank. Pull the lever on her back, and she munches box. Okay? Origins and Masterverse have been the same head ball size joint. Yep, the girls are different though than the guys, it looks like. Ooh. Actually, you know what? That looks pretty cool. I actually like that. You know, if you were to put like a stain on this or some kind of coloring to give it a Teela look, that would not be bad at all. I mean, yes, her face has that scowl, you know, but that's okay. Teela could be angry. Urgh! So that's not too bad. It's not Teela's head. Not too bad at all. In fact, she kind of has a scowl a little bit anyway. All right. You get your head back, Evelyn. And yes, I have to admit, I am a hair guy, so I apologize to everybody out there who doesn't understand. Hair is important to me. It's funny, my wife sometimes will leave her hair down on certain days, on date nights, and I just love it. But, so let's go ahead and pull the head out. And let's start with the Origins head first. There we go. There is the Origins head. Let's see if we can jam that on there. What a tight fit. Ugh. Well, it won't go all the way down. You'd have to probably take and shave it. You have to take your Dremel tool or something and just make the head bigger. But you know, that is actually not too bad. That is actually a huge improvement. There's people saying they like the Evelyn with the head with the hair down. Looks like a whole new character. Do Faker next. You know what? I have an extra Teela head. I might just take my Dremel tool next week and sand it out and pop it on here, because that does look better. Sorry, Mattel. I'm going to change my Teela head. Let's try this head. This head I'm afraid is going to be too big because the girls of okay, let's see. That is so small too. Ugh. That does not look bad at all. I mean, it does look a little big on there because her neck looks pretty small, but I think doesn't look half bad. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yay or nay? Again, I'll have to use a Dremel tool on that head to actually make it fit all the way. Can you do it with the Origins head? Well, I just put the Origins head on there a second ago, man. There you go. Oh! Yeah, her on Origins just looks ridiculous. Looks like a bobblehead. Is that what you meant, Master Far? You know, I think this is the head I'm going to keep on her. I think that looks the best. But I'm going to take it off now so I can fix it and Dremel it out. I don't have my Dremel tool on me right now, but I'll be getting it back in a few days. And when I do, I will Dremel that out and make it fit on there. And that will be my new Teela. I will keep this head, though, just so I can switch it back to original configuration. I just like being able to switch back to original configuration if possible. So, but like I said, I got a couple of these. I might actually dye the hair red first, just so she has a nice long red hair, and then stick it on there. And I kind of wish they had done the cartoon. When she first takes off her armor and struts down the street with her blonde or with her long hair, it looked really cool. And it's like, you know what? They should have just left it like that. All right, I'll put this on here until I can get the Dremel tool and fix it so she has at least some head. Oh, Fisto, I left you headless, man. Oh, I should compare her to some females in the line so you can see what she looks like next to a classics figure. All right, let me go ahead and pull out Mike Fee. What you missed is I was doing a whole lot of fun head swapping. If you can, go back and watch the video when this is over, and then check out some of the fun head swaps. We did all kinds of head swaps. Some by request, some not by request, just me trying it out. All right, so let's take a look here. So they are shorter than the females in the line, like I was expecting. And here's my go-to Teela right here. So you can see that she is a little bit shorter, which is okay. I'm cool with the females being a little shorter because sometimes these females reach a little taller than the He-Man figures that we have for the male figures. So I think it's okay to have some shorter figures in the line. I may do some swapping where I take some female arms from classics and stick them on here to fix the elbow joints. Because the elbow joints are just drives me crazy with the double jointed elbows. You know what? I might just do that right now. I got hot water. I got time. You guys are a captive audience. So, repeat everything I did for Mike. All right, I have some female arms right over here. Hold on a second. Actually, you know what? I'm going to dip her in the water now so she can start heating up to get the arms off easier. So, you guys can watch her soaking in the water while I go grab some parts. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to pull off the head of that Teela because she, let's see. This skin color might be close to the same. That might be kind of a fun one to do. Now this one is kind of an interesting figure. You can see she's already been altered. I made both wrist cuffs the same on this because I wanted to make a different figure. Where is she? There she is. Here she is. Because I wanted to make this figure with the two purple cuffs. So to do that, I had to make one with these two cuffs. But you know what? These might look cool on the Barbarian Teela. So I think I'm going to use these cuffs on these from these arms. Hopefully the spots that come off are the same. That'd be so cool if they are. That would make my day. Okay, so let's pull off this arm. Well, they look a little different. We'll see. Pull off this arm. Ooh. Oh, I could put Queen Marlena's head on her and have her be like Barbarian Queen Marlena. That would be a cool custom, you know that? Because she's wearing green. We know Marlena likes green. This could be Battle Armor Marlena. Oh man, that might be a really cool figure. Were her eyes green originally, or are these ones that I painted? I don't remember. I could have sworn they were brown originally. Oh, they were. Look at that. That's funny. I did not do a very good job on those eyes. Wow. I got a lot of these queens' heads. Unbelievable. Too many customs. I could put her head on her. Oh. So let's see if those arms are ready to come off. So a lot of times I sit around and just kind of fiddle around with figures to find out what fits where and how. Now this is going to take a little bit of a color match, so I may have to do some paint on here. And it's a little bit tight, so if I choose to stay with this, I may have to also do some dremeling on the tool. I'd probably sand the peg down on the arm instead of making the hole bigger. Oh, it's just a little bit too tight. Man, we can see how one arm looks. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's funny, is everyone complains about how muscular her arm is, but look at it compared to the classics. It's about the same size. It just has a larger elbow on the classics. I mean, it's a little bit bigger, but not a lot. Okay, Queen Marlena. Let's get your head out of here, and we'll soak one. Plop it in there. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Does this skin color match better? Oh, so tight. I think this skin tone might match better, but her arm doesn't come off at the top, so that's not going to work. I just realized that. No. Yeah, bummer. So that would have been cool if I could have made that work. All right, let's take out Queen Marlena's head. And I'll look at your guys' comments. You guys have been commenting a ton, and I'm ignoring you because I'm having too much fun. Ugh. Yeah, her hole is just way too small on her head. I have to wait till I get my Dremel tool back before I can do too much altering. Yes, they do a great job hiding the joint pegs with a can, except for the stinky elbows. I really dislike the elbows. So that's one of my pet peeves. I'm going to drop these hands in there so I can put her regular arms back on. I wonder what her boots look like underneath. I wonder if we could swap out the boots. Let's try that because I have some really cool boots here. That may look even cooler on her. I got a ton of these boots. Okay, I'm going to have to pick a right and a left. So, there we go. Right and a left. Make sure they're both brown and not green. Let's see if I can get her arms out of there and put them back on. Like I'm trying to pick green beans out of the pan. All right. There's one arm. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. There's the other arm. All right, see if we got our boots hot enough yet. Oh, it looks like they are a completely different build. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to stink. I don't think they're going to go high enough up onto the leg to make that work. See how deep these go? That's a bummer. That'd been cool. Try out some different boots for her. All right, so let's take a look here. Wondering what Masterverse She-Ra would look like. Yeah, that'd be cool to see what the She-Ra looks like. Kind of interesting to find out what they're going to do with her. Look at this cool loincloth. I found another head. Yet another one. I got some Wonder Woman arms. See, these arms, I took them off for the exact same reason, because they had the double jointed elbows. So I gave her different arms for the same exact reason. Drives me crazy with those double jointed elbows. Well, this arm's way too short. Yeah, that looked kind of weird. All right, let's see what this leg looks like, or this boot looks like underneath here. I don't think it's going to work, though. And my water cooled off too much, I think. Oh, it is kind of deep. Moment of truth. Dun da da. Yep, there's a slight gap at the top after you do it. That's what I was afraid of. But it's funny, it's about the same height once you swap them out. So you can see there the difference in the boots. All right. Well, thanks for hanging with me tonight. That was a lot of fun. Tearing this figure apart a little bit to see some possible customizations. When I'm done with her, she will have the blonde hair Teela head. This one here, after I Dremel out the hole a little larger and make it fit. I will keep the other head just because, but I have to admit, this would be a really cool way to make a battle armor Queen Marlena. Like she's going to go to battle next to her husband. I mean, that would be a cool custom just for classics, just like that. You know, to throw Marlena's head on there. But I still might do that. I might do that and keep her as a classics figure. Because you guys know I like the idea of customizing Marlena. I mean, I've made quite a few Captain Glens through the years. Now I lost my new Captain Glenn. Where did she go? She's probably on a pile on my desk somewhere. Here she is. See? Captain Glenn. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at your guys' comments. Those boots would be awesome for the snow gear Teela. Yes, it would be. Bob the Awesome Bob. Will we get an Origins figure of the Giants or the Snake Mountain or the tops of the Elephant guy to mix and match guy and other big or crazy vintage figures? That'd be cool. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the Giant. He's going to be, because we've seen they made that one Giant, Andre the Giant, in the wrestling figures, and his armor looks very similar to Titus. So I'm thinking we're going to get Titus. I don't think we're going to get the ABC Giants, but I think we are going to get Titus eventually. But he's not going to be massively tall. He's going to be like a 9-inch figure, and it will be what are these guys called? They'll be in these figures here. Oh, it's been a long day today, you guys. All right, so hopefully soon I'll be customizing that Beastman into a 2000X Beastman. I got a Beastman sitting here, waiting to be dremeled to pieces. No! He will be the parts that I use to create the new, cool 2000X Beastman. So that'll be a lot of fun. And taking off his wrist cuffs and his loincloth and his boot parts, and we'll see what we can use and what we can't use. That'll be kind of cool. All right. Hey, it's okay if you're late, Jeff. Just go back and watch this video. We're ending Origins. Thank you. We'll be ending this video in a few minutes anyway. All right, like, subscribe, tell your friends. I'll see you guys next video. And hopefully I'll have some more fun messing with some figures and ripping pieces apart and trying to redo it. Rick, you're hilarious. All right, you guys. Look, I had an extra head of her too. Oh. Anyway, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys next video. I don't know if the WWE line got canceled or not. I still am waiting for that. I haven't found them in stores or online or anything for the Andre the Giant figure. I've been looking and looking. Nobody's posted pictures of him. I don't think he got released for some reason. All right. Bye now.